Now I would like to explain about the for loop in Python, right? How we are going to be utilize the for loop in Python. We know that actually the loop means we are performing the operations repeatedly. Suppose there is a single statement or single instruction or set of statements like that to execute the same statement or execute the same block of the statements, that means compound statement repeatedly, we are using the loops. Python basically supporting the two loops. One is the while loop and another one is the for loop. So when we are writing the while loop, we form the condition. That means until the condition is false, the particular loop is executed. Generally, the we write the while loop while some condition. This is the syntax colon, and this is the statement or the statement block. Right? Suppose the condition is true, the loop is executed. Suppose the condition is false, the loop cannot be executed. That means I say that a equal to 1 while a less than or equal to 10. I am write something print hello, hello actually. So this statement in the while loop is executed at least, and we are also incrementing the value of a plus plus. That means a equal to a plus 1. So these two statements executed until unless the while condition is false. So first a is 1, so a less than 10, a value equal to 1, a less than 10, hello is printed. Again a equal to a plus plus or a equal to a plus 1. Now a value equal to 2, that is also less than 10, again executed. And next a value equal to 3, that is also less than 10, less than or equal to 10, that is executed until 10 less than or equal to 10, that is 10th time also be executed. Now the a value equal to 11, it is a less than or equal to 10, this is false. Now the while loop execution is stopped. That means when we are using the while loop, we are actually unable to predetermine how many times the loop will be executed. Actually here the loop will be executed until the condition is false. But instead of this one, we are using the for loop. We use the for loop clearly. How many times actually we know that the particular body of the statements are executed. That means the execution of the particular statement or compound statement or body or block of the statements execution is predetermined. Suppose I would like to execute these statements 4 times. Now I use the for loop. There is no condition. We are going to be define how many times the particular work to be done. Especially in Python, we are using the for loop to utilization on a sequential data structure or sequence data structures. So we are using the for loop on sequence data structure, especially on strings or lists and tuples. Tuples. We are also use the for loop in Python by using the range function. By using the range function. So actually we know that the range function, we write that range for example 4, that means the value of the range generate 0 1 2 3. The last value is n minus 1. Here n equal to 4, we say that range values 0 1 2 3. We are also be write the range function like that, range 2 comma 7. Now the range will be started 2 3 4 5 6. Actually the limit point is always n minus 1. We are also try to increase the range, always not by 1. It is also possible we are either increasing or decreasing the range function, that is range, right? 2 comma 10 comma 2. That means the first value equal to 2, 4, 6, 8, because 10 is the last value before that one. So the, we are also use the for loop on range function. We also for loop in a sequential data types, that are the lists, strings and tuples. The syntax of the for loop in Python is like that. For I take one more uh, screen, please. Right. The following is the syntax of the for loop. I am right like that. That is for counter variable. We are going to be call it as a counter variable. We are using generally in, right. We use either the range function. This is syntax 1 colon, and this is the block of statements. Otherwise, we are going to write like that. For again counter variable in sequential data structure, sequential data structure and set of statements here also. Whenever the counter variable are reaching the end of the sequential data structure or the end limit point of the range, the for loop is automatically terminated, right? Okay friends, here I explain what is the difference between while loop and for loop, and how the for loop is using in Python. Now I demonstrate how to use the for loop. First of all, I would take the how the for loop is using on sequential data types. For this, I am taking the Python online compiler. Here I consider one sequence data type str. str equal to, I write ASIST. Now I use the for loop. Please observe carefully. For I, this is the counter variable in str, right? Right? Print I. I simply write print I value. Now what happened? Please observe carefully. I run this one. Okay, friends. So ASIST, that means the first I value starting from A, next I value taken S, I value taken I value taken S, and I value taken T. For each and every time I value goes through the sequential data structure string. Okay, I will consider one more example. Actually, now I take a list. Okay, L equal to, actually we know that the list is written in these parentheses. That means 12 comma 13 comma minus 5 comma 6.7 comma, right. I will write Ramu, right, and comma I will write some more strings somo. So we know that the list also a sequential data structure which is also be indexable. We know that indexable means each and every element in the list is identified by a unique number known as index. The index values are starting from 0 to n minus 1. Now I write the for loop on the list. For I in L, now I print the elements, print I. Okay friends, now we can observe the output of this program. Right, please observe carefully. 12, 13, minus 5, 6.7 and Ramu and Somu. So the list of elements also be printed. Now I using the for loop by using the range function. I simply write for I in range of 5. Range of 5. 5 means the values are printed 0 to 4. Now I print I value, print I. We can observe this output. Please observe 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. Total 5 values are printed by using this range function. I will change the program to start the range function from 3 to 3 comma suppose 8, from starting from the 3 and ending with the 7, 3 comma 8. Again I use the for loop on the range function. Let print I. Please observe carefully that by using the range function, the starting value is 3 and ending value is n minus 1, that is 8 minus 1, 7. Now I also increase the for loop by 2. In the range function, I write the 18 comma 2. So this is the starting value of the range function. This is the ending value. This is the increment value. Please observe carefully. Right, 3, 5, 7, 9, 11, 13, 15, 17. Okay friends, I am using the range function to improve in regular intervals. Suppose to decrease the values, the first value should be greater than the second value. Now here I am going to write 18 and I am going to write 1, and to decrement value equal to minus 2. Please observe carefully what happened here. Right, please observe the values are printed in a decrement order 18, 16, 14, like here also minus 2 plus 1. Actually 18 up to 1, 1 minus 1 plus 1, 2. Right, before 2 it will be stopped. Okay friends, I hope you can understand the syntax of the for loop and how we are going to be use the for loops, and on the sequential data structures as well as by using the range. Thank you.